Welcome to Confessions of a Broken Heart slash story time with your host, me, Andre, baby. So I've got a few things I'm going to open up about and discuss that Kid Rocker can't. Obviously, Kid Rock and my alter ego has got a lot to discuss. You'll see him soon, but we keep plugging that. He'll come. But it's about me. It's about what I've learned over the last year and what I want and what I'm worth. Growing up, it wasn't an easy life. Actually, that is bugging the shit out of me, so it was just do the fancy effects and stuff. So growing up, I was never sure what I wanted in life. I never was sure about, who I wanted to date, what kind of girl I wanted to date. I was a rebel. I didn't give a fuck about anybody. I used to hurt people deliberately because I got kicks off it back in the days. I used to cheat. I used to break up with people just for the sake of it. But that was my adolescent times. Like, I was when I was going, through everything. I, didn't know what love was. I didn't know anything. I wasn't connected to God or anything like that. I was just doing my own thing. I was like the lone wolf. I didn't care who I hurt because as long as I don't get hurt back, that's all I care about. And I knew that I didn't want to be with someone that I didn't find attractive. I wanted to be with someone. I knew that I didn't want to date anyone bigger than me. I was very superficial with looks. I was a bit of a prick when it came to that. And I was like the bum of the family. No one ever gave me hope for anything. Everyone thought, oh, he's just going to be a bum. And he's not going to achieve anything in life. And it's just like, okay, cool. If that's what you think, that's what you think. And it got to a stage, I think it was my first fiance when I was 19, that made me realize that I don't want to be this asshole guy. I had a really beautiful first love and I fucked that up massively. My fault. I blame myself to this day. I was an asshole. I was an abuser. I was a cheater. I was fucking everything. I had a very attractive partner. It took me 6 months before I proposed to her because she was like my first love. I was just like, oh, well, she's great. Maybe jumping into things, but I knew then and there I was like, she's gorgeous. So I fucked it up. And after that, I was like, fuck, man, I really need to get my shit together. What do I want in life? And then I realized I want to do better than everyone. I wanted to be successful. I wanted to be rich. I wanted to be the one in the family that everyone thought couldn't make it. And, it took me a few years to get my shit together. I remember a few years later meeting this beautiful girl that ended up being years later my fiance of 6 years. It didn't work the first time around. And it hit me hard because I was like, mid-20s, I thought, shit, I found a really cool chick. Very shy, very kind, caring. It didn't work. And I was like, well, it's not me. It's just the way that person's family was back then. And I got myself a job, got myself a license. And, to get myself a license was pretty hard because I never was really planning on getting my license until my fiance of 6 years. One day, me and her were walking back from a restaurant, and the fact that her younger sister came and picked us both up to bring us back home, I said to myself then and there, I got to be a man and get myself a license. And I did. And I believe that's what helped my relationship last the 6 years it did. This ring was a ring that she got me. My fiance of 6 years gave me this ring. I don't take it off. I try not to because I like jewelry. I like this. This is cool. It always remembers the guy that I should have been back then because I wasn't a nice guy to my fiance of 6 years. I blame my mental abilities. I needed to seek help. No, I didn't do drugs or anything or smoke, but I it wasn't the drinking. It was the fact that I was a nasty piece of shit. And, you know, I did the wrong by her. And it's been 3 years. And every time a Facebook memory comes up, it's like a dagger to my heart. I logged into this phone. This phone, I had the whole 6 years of my relationship. And you can kind of imagine what photos are on there. Yeah. Me and her had a really good time. We were very much in love. And I'm looking at a photo of her right now on my computer because she was a big part of it. So what I do is, people don't realise that people that have made an impact in my life or close friends of mine, they go on my computer wall. And every time I log into my computer, I see the beautiful people that have come into my life and, been there for me. And she's in a lot of the photos on here. Like, I've got like a collage thing going. But the one thing that I learned the day I lost her is I'm going to sort my mental health out. I'm going to go seek professional help. And I've done a really good job. Like, I've got myself now an actual job. I've got myself off the ground. I went through hell last year, but I've become a better person, and I'm very proud of the man I've become now. I've got a stable job, a stable income, too many cars I need to sell. I've got like 3 cars now. New group of people, new group of friends. Too many pop vinyl figurines. I've probably got like 100 now. But I know what I'm worth now. I know what I'm worth. I deserve to be anyone's boyfriend. I deserve to be anyone's fiance, parent, father to their kids, I'm almost the perfect guy. And I can say that now. I couldn't say that 3 years ago, but I can say it now. Because I've learned a lot. I haven't loved anybody in 3 years. This was the last person I ever loved. What came after that was just nobody's. Hooked up with a lot of girls and they didn't mean anything to me. Never loved them, never really cared. Because I knew that if I fell in love with them, I'd get hurt. And I had my walls up. I may say I loved somebody, but I didn't. It was a lie. But I never have loved anyone since. There are people here that I could date and maybe be in a relationship with. But I think they need to let their guard down. I think they need to, lower their walls for me. Because I know what it's like to come out of a toxic relationship and be like, oh, everyone's the same. Because I don't at the moment trust anybody. I've been a born-again Christian pretty much for the last year. I've not had sex. I don't want to have sex. I want to build relationships. I want to build friendships. I mean, I've only come back to poker for the last 3 months. I've been playing poker. I'm already 1,600 up. Not bad. 1,600 bucks. Like that. Even my mum and dad are impressed. Like, they're like, you're just bringing in the money. It's like, yeah, I know. At the moment, for the Metro North, I'm number 1. So I'm not number 1 at just one venue. I'm number 1 for a whole entire area of Adelaide. That's not fucking bad. Number 1. And 52 in the state. It'd be a lot higher if I played all the games like every night, but I'm not like that. I separate, my life. I live a very lonely life. So it's just me and my parents, my dog. I have friends that catch up with me, but they take advantage of me. But I have put my foot down. Like, I had a beautiful friend the other day just come out of the blue and be like, hey, I'll take a taxi to see you. Fucking dressed the way I like a woman to dress. And I was like, I didn't even ask her to dress like that. She just came dressed the way she did. And I was like, fuck yeah, now, how you doing? Fucking hot. But like I've said in previous Facebook vids and YouTube vids, looks will fade over time. Anybody can look good in a sexy outfit. or, it's what's inside the heart. You know how they say the gateway to someone's soul is their eyes? You look into someone's eyes, you can kind of, after 5 minutes, tell what kind of person they are. And unlike people that put on a mask, and I'll leave the link to that video in this, people unfortunately live their lives the way they want other people to look at them. Like, they want people to look at them in a different way. They put on an act to get someone that they like. They pretend to be someone they're not. So they wear a mask. So what I said in my vid, which I'll leave the link in, why not remove that mask? Stop hiding who you are and just be yourself. Don't put on a fake act. People should like us for us, not the people we're pretending to be. Yes, we'll have masks. We'll try to hide because we don't want to let people in. We don't want people to know who we really are. But you're giving the wrong impression at the end of the day. It's like, okay, if you're in a relationship, well then why on Facebook does it say you're single? I question that one every day. I see a lot of that, and I think, if you're proud of the person you're with, why are you not saying you're in a relationship on Facebook? Why are you putting single? Single is almost like being deceitful in a way. It's kind of like another way of cheating, because it's like, you say you love and care about your partner, but you're single in a Facebook status. You may say, oh, but don't make up excuses. If you love someone and you care and you're proud of the relationship, you put in a relationship. It doesn't matter. You don't have to put the person's name. Just put in a relationship. I don't know why people do it. I don't know why people put single. Because maybe the girls want guys to think they're single, so they get all these ads. Just if you're single, you're single. If you're in a relationship, you put in a relationship. And if you question that, well then, why are you in a relationship in the first place? Be proud of who you're with. Don't be ashamed. Like, love is a very strong word, but it gets thrown around too much. When you say you love someone, make sure you mean it. You don't just say it to anyone. You can say you love your friends and stuff, but when you deeply love someone and want to be with someone, you tell them. As long as they know, it's up to them. You two could be single and you say to the person, hey, I love you, I want to be with you. It's up to them at the end of the day. And if they can't accept you, or they're picky, or you're not their type, they can get fucked. Because I don't think in today's society, no one is up here or down here. Everyone's on the same playing field. Everyone's on the same playing field. You think I like being told, oh, you're a great guy, you're good looking, all this, but you're not my type. Go fuck yourself with your type. Because if you want the type that you want, it's more likely that type's going to cheat on you, abuse you, treat you wrong. And then it puts you up in a relationship. I know that I'm attractive. I know I'm successful. I know that I can be the best partner to anybody. But if people don't want to be giving me a chance, that's their loss. Because I can tell you now, whoever becomes my partner, whether it's a day from now, a week from now, a year from now, they're going to be happy. I'm a poker player, and one of the things I teach people is take chances in life. Gamble. If you're really strong and you really think that me or some guy can make your life better, then fucking go with that guy. If you're in a drop-dead relationship where you're not getting exactly what you want from your partner, then fuck him off or fuck her off and go. Don't feel like you've got to be in a relationship because you don't need to. A relationship's about freedom. As a male and female, you're allowed to have male and female friends. If your partner stops you from talking to males and females, that's fucked. You must be locked in a cage or locked in a jail cell and let the warden come and let you out when they feel like it. A relationship's based on trust. And if you can't let your girlfriend talk to her male friends, or you can't let your boyfriend talk to his female friends, you're fucked. There's something drastically wrong with you. And Kid Rocco, when the video comes, he will tell you exactly what's on his mind. Growing up, as I look at all these photos on my screen right now, I look at the girls that I've been with. Maybe 3 on my screen out of 20 odd girls on the screen right now that I'm looking at. Only 3 of them I would say are worthy of being in a relationship with me. Her, my best friend that lives here, and one other. The rest, what the fuck was I even thinking? Why did I kiss that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one? I don't even know why I fucking touched that one. Because I am a sort of person who will give someone 3 chances, and if they fuck up, out of my life. But the thing I hate about people's relationships is the girl stays because it somehow benefits them in some way. Like, I hate people staying in relationships because it benefits them. So let me explain something. So a lot of girls would be with a guy because he's got money. And a lot of girls date the guy because they can't drive, so they get their boyfriends to drive them everywhere. They use them for lifts. They use them for money. They use them for a place to stay. And then when something better comes on, they repeat the cycle. And they keep going until they find the guy that they want. So they don't love these guys. They don't love these guys. They just want to use them and take advantage of them. Destroy their lives and move on. And then destroy that person's life and move on. No one's destroyed my life. I'm fine. I'm happy. Yes, I have a little bit of a fat gut right now. But I'm working on it. I only eat once a day, so... But I know I'm good looking for my age. I know that I've still got a full head of hair. I'm not freaky facial hair. I'm not fat or ugly or anything. I have a steady income. I live a very good life. We need more fancy lights. We'll work on that. We'll get some more fancy lights in here. But at the end of the day, my ideal partner is, number one, they have to drive. Because I hate the fact that I'm always driving. And the girls that I'm interested in right now, they all drive. 3 out of the 4 work. Big bonus. Because I don't want to be the one that always has all the money. I want to be spoiled. I want, like, you know, people to buy me jewelry, people to buy me pop vinyls, people to buy me video games. Like, when I had my birthday a week ago, and I was sitting in a restaurant by myself, like a nice all-you-can-eat restaurant, and when I looked at the table to my right, they're singing happy birthday to their kids, and then the table to my left, they're singing happy birthday to their dad, and then there's me, smack bang in the middle, just me, alone on my birthday going, happy birthday to me. And if it wasn't for a waitress, a beautiful waitress, when I went to the bar to get a drink, she's like, it's your birthday too? I'm like, yeah. She's like, you're all alone. That's not cool. I'm like, no shit, it's not cool. That's how my family and friends treat me. And she's like, well, I'm going to buy you a drink. And I'm like, nah, it's all good. You don't have to. She's like, no, I'm going to buy you a drink. Jack and Coke. And man, that was a strong drink. It was like the glass, like I think half of it was like Jack or something. But that was really nice of her. And as I was drinking it, filling my drink, I was like, I'm going to give her a tip. So I went and gave her a $20 tip. And she's like, that's way too much for a tip. I'm like, you're the first person in a very long time to do something nice for me. And she's like, oh, you're a nice guy. Surely people do nice things for you all the time. I'm like, no one does. Like, before her, the last person who bought me a drink was my bestie, Lauren. Like, she's the only one that's actually, in the last year, bought me anything. How sad's that? And without her in my life, I'd probably be lost. She's always given me good advice. She's so beautiful. And it's like, my ideal woman would be just like her. Hardworking, gorgeous, independent, drives, doesn't do drugs, you know. I don't want to be with someone that does drugs. Because it's like, number one, when they go out and get their drugs at nights, you don't know who they're with. You don't know if they're going to come home or not. I don't want to be in a relationship like that. Like, I don't smoke and I don't do drugs, so the ideal partner for me would be someone that doesn't do drugs or smokes. And driving, yes, is a bonus because some nights I want to have a few drinks, but I can't because if I'm going to drive the person back, I can't have a few drinks. Some nights I'm too tired to drive. I'd like my partner to drive me around. It should work both ways in a relationship. You should take it in turns driving, take it in turns shouting each other dinners and movies and stuff. It shouldn't be one-sided. Why should it be the girl that always pays, or why should it always be the guy that pays? Most of my relationships, except for this one here, they've all used me. Like, they've all used me, and it's fucking disgusting. And there's like this thing where a lot of my friends have stated that if they were single, I'd be the next guy. Well, I don't want to be no next guy. I want to be the current guy. I don't like this bullshit that I would be the next guy. You're in a fucked up relationship. You want to hang out with that for the rest of your life and destroy your brain? Go ahead. Go right ahead. I'm living comfortable. Very successful at poker right now. Been playing well at the casino. Been playing well at pub poker. I've been making a lot of money. I've been doing... My health's a lot better. Stomach's always fucked. Back's always fucked. But I've got everything I want. Except for the new Harry Potter game. That's supposed to be really good apparently, but I haven't played it yet. And of course the new Street Fighter game, new Tekken game. There's a lot of great games coming out. This TV. Can't complain. It's fucking massive. Nice new bed. Working on getting new sheets. Nice fancy lights. Unfortunately, I'm going to get more lights. I want to get like a disco one. The ones that hang from the ceiling? It's got like all disco lights and shit. Love to get one of them. I'm trying to play with the nozzle here, but it's not fucking working. I'll fix it out later. I've got a good life. I'm the guy that wasn't supposed to make it in life. I wasn't supposed to live past 30. I wasn't supposed to be successful. But I'll tell you this, if I hold on to this job for the year, I will be looking at a second house. And then I'll be worth more money than most people. I finally would have made it. And a few more houses after that, I'll be the most successful in this family. Dad keeps saying it's my year. And I fucking agree with that statement. It is my year. There's a good chance that I can brush the past off and move forward. Knuckle down in my job, get enough hours, get a house, and have a good life. I'm doing well for my age. I already own one house. No mortgage on that. I already have everything in this room that I want. I could probably get technically a bigger TV. Just a little bit bigger. And I have a PS5 now, so I got a Nintendo Switch, PS5. I got all the compartments. The only thing I don't have is a new Xbox thing. I don't have the new Xbox, but I don't really need it. And the fact that I don't even know where I'd put it. I suppose I'll take out the PS3. I've got surround sound. I've got all this stuff, but the one thing that I'm missing in my life is a beautiful partner. Beautiful friends. I did a video today and I had like fucking 5-6 people watching my live. Maybe because I was topless and eating a burrito, you can make a joke about that. I like big things in my mouth, what can I say? God, I went there. I shouldn't have gone there, but I did. But they all listened and stayed to hear what I had to say. I get told every day that you give such good advice. You have a lot of knowledge for a lot of things, a lot of topics. You're exactly right with what you say about relationships. You're exactly right on how people should be treated. We shouldn't judge. If a guy wants to be with a guy, that's his choice. If a girl wants to be with a girl, it's their choice. If a girl wants to be with a transgender guy or a transgender girl, if people want to be together, let them be together. Who are we to judge in life? Some girls want to live their life as a man. Some men want to live their life as a girl. Some want to cross-dress. Who are we to judge? At the end of the day, I look at clothing as one example of if a girl can wear a skirt, so can a guy. If a guy wants to wear a hoodie, so can a girl. Like, when it comes to clothing, I don't have a problem with guys and girls dressing like males and females. If it makes them feel comfortable, it makes them feel comfortable. Personally, I wouldn't go out in the street wearing a miniskirt or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, I have killer legs, but I'm not going to do it. Unless it's like a dare or something, but clothing is one of those things where I'm like, and this is one of the things, like, if you're going for a job. So say, I asked one of the bosses the other day, I was like, what if a man walked into work wearing a skirt, right? It's uniform policy, like, for the women, they have to wear like mid-length dresses, like, for work. But what if it was a guy that came in with that? Would they judge him? If he wants to wear that, he actually has a right to wear that. He may get looked at weird, and people be like, why is that man wearing a dress? But guess what? He's allowed. And that's what I like about not judging people. I always wondered, like, I've never seen it personally, but I always wondered, what if a guy did actually rock up like that? They can't discriminate him because it says in the guidelines you can't discriminate someone based on their sexual orientation or their gender or, what they believe in. So, but life's one of these things where it's like, I've been judged just because I wear sports tops, because I like my hoodies. The fact that, I dress like a kid. I guess that's why my name's The Kid. But I dress because I dress the way I'm comfortable. I dress comfortable. If I was going on a romantic date, yeah, of course I'll put on a shirt and some nice pants. But at the end of the day, be yourself. If you're a girl and you want to wear a mini skirt or a short tight dress, go right ahead. If that makes you feel beautiful and sexy, then go right ahead. If you're a guy and you want to do that, go right ahead. No one in a relationship should stop you from what you can and can't wear. If you're a girl and your guy tells you what you can and can't wear, fuck off. You can't wear that because guys will look at you. Fuck off. Fuck off, mate. Well, if you wear that, girls will look at you. Oh, fuck off. Like, seriously? Don't change who you are for the person you're in a relationship with. Be yourself. If you're an affectionate person, be fucking affectionate. If you're outspoken, be outspoken. Don't let a person bring you down. The moment in a relationship someone brings you down and makes you feel like shit, then they're shit people. Geez, if I was a girl and my partner said, oh, you're not allowed to go talk to your male friends, you're not allowed to go see your male friends, I'd be like, go fuck yourself, I'm out of here. Whether we have kids or not. Because that's not a relationship. And there's people that are in relationships that just, I think I was discussing this with a friend today, how people stay in relationships. It's just fucking toxic. I mean, sometimes the guy's got something over the girl, and then I look at the guy and think, why does he put up with that fucking bitch? And then I realise because the bitch has brought him so far low that he thinks he can't do any better. And once a girl has made a guy feel like that, the guy will put up with the shit. He'll put up with the abuse. He'll put up with being used. Until he snaps. You can't expect a guy or a girl to put up with that for so long and not snap. What you're doing is mental abuse. And it's sick. It's really toxic and disgusting. You think by cheating on the person you're with is the right thing to do? What's that showing? It's showing you're a cheater. It shows you're a fucking low-life son of a bitch, bad human being. If you have to stoop that low, then you're not a good person. At least I can go over there and look in the mirror and be like, hey, I'm proud of myself. Proud of my achievements and where I've come. If I want right now, I can go get a hug from someone. If I want a kiss, I can go get a kiss from someone. Fuck, if I even wanted a root, which I don't, then I can do that too. I haven't had sex for a year and I'm sticking to that. Because I think sex is overrated. Yes, it's nice. If I'm in a relationship, I could have sex 5 times a day. That's different. In a relationship, I'm a fucking hound dog. But when I'm not in a relationship and I'm single, I concentrate on the main things. Making myself better. Making myself richer. Getting rid of the shit in my life. I don't go blow my money on drugs or alcohol or dope. This can I've got here, this can, I only bought a 6-pack and I've had that for about a month. I'm not a big drinker. Actually, where did my Jack Daniels bottle? Oh, it's still there. I've had that Jack Daniels bottle for like, I reckon that now, it's like got only a little bit left, but I've had that for like, since last year, just sitting there. See, I don't get drunk every night like certain people. They wait for their like paychecks to come in fortnightly, and the first thing they want to do is buy their little marijuana, buy their drugs, buy their alcohol. What's that going to do with your life? What's that going to do with your life? You think that's how you want to live your life? Stoned and drunk? You're fucking pathetic. So's the person next to you at the end of the day. That's how you want to live your life. That's not a good life to live. For me, because of my depression, it helps when I go out and play poker. It helps when I have a little drink. It doesn't make it worse. Someone says, oh, but alcohol is depressive. It can be with certain people. For me, it doesn't really make a difference. I feel a lot more happier. I feel a lot more relaxed. It doesn't make me any depressed. I'm depressed when I'm sitting in my room by myself crying on the floor, fucking thinking, fucking hell. I'm a good person and get treated like shit. And used. You know, at the end of the day, I laugh at people that, you know, they break up with people that they could have a really good future with, but people that they can't have a good future with. It's like stepping stones, you know, they think, oh yeah, I had this asshole boyfriend, because the girl always tell you that the boyfriend before was a cheater, abuser, a woman basher. The girls always tell you that. Isn't that funny that every single girl, after they break up with the guy, he's the bad guy? It's never the girl's fault, is it? It's never the girl's fault. Bullshit. Because been down that road before. The girl wants you to make you feel sorry for her and be on her side. But when you find out the deep facts of how that happened, what happened, you're not taking their side. Truth comes out in funny ways, eh? I just find it funny. The girl's always quick to say, oh yeah, he's this and that. Yeah, but what about, well, how come you stayed with him for that long if he's that bad? What about the times he bought you flowers for the goodness of heart? What about the times he wrote you poems? What about the times that he sang to you? What about the times where he gave his all for you? You don't have that part in, do you? You don't have the times when you're at the movies holding hands and just gazing into each other's eyes. You don't tell them about the time where you're in a room and just dancing with no music on. Isn't that funny? You don't tell that part of the story, do you? It's always the guy's a bad guy. The moment you rubbish someone after a relationship, that means you're the bad person. That means you're the cheater. You're the abuser. You're the person that's done something wrong. The guy's just the whipping stone. Because I can tell you, there's a lot of innocent people. They're in jail right now. Because girls have fucked them over. There's a lot of innocent men and women in jail. Because their partners have fucked them over. Just because, you know, he said, she says bullshit. There's two sides to a story. And the person that's barking is the one that's done the wrong. Because I can tell you something. I can tell you positives about this one here. The most fantastic person I've ever met in my life. And she did nothing wrong. She did nothing wrong. And she put up with my shit for 6 years. So I fucking respect that. My first love at 19 did nothing wrong. I respect her for that. Everyone after that did all the wrong by me. So only 2 decent people in my whole life. The rest have all done wrong by me in some ways. Cheated, lied, used. And you know what? I learnt by that. And I'm happy to be single. I'm happy to have learnt these lessons in life. I mean, I just find it so strange that, you know, it's easy to rubbish someone, but you can't even give someone a compliment. Like the Filipino girl that I dated recently, I tried so hard to say something positive about her, but I can't. Neither can other people. Because now they're starting to realise what kind of person she is. They're starting to realise, oh, okay, Andre wasn't the bad guy in the end. No, I never was in that relationship. I just got fucking used, played, manipulated, and now that Filipino girl's doing it to another guy. And she's going to do it to other guys. Just attention seeker at the end of the day. She wants guys to feel sorry for her, so she makes me look bad in front of everyone when I wasn't the bad person in the end. I wasn't the one cheating. And when I broke up with a relationship, I was like, I did something stupid. I sent a video to her of me and another girl kissing. Bit immature. But I was telling her, hey, look, it's not hard for me to get anybody decent. And, you know, the only positive thing I can say about that girl, she was attractive. But intelligent-wise, there was none. So I couldn't have an intelligent conversation with her. She put on this act. She put on this mask and made me believe that she was somebody she wasn't. And then I started to reveal the mask and see who she really was. And then I was like, oh, great. Yeah, nothing good about her. And it's sad because I'd like to say something positive about her, but I can't. It was all an act. It was all a game. It was to manipulate me into probably spending a lot of money to get her out here. I don't fucking know. But she puts on this sad act. The fact that she deliberately, when she does her live streams, puts on sad music. The title of the music is Sad Depressive Songs. Who the fuck puts that up? And then when she's doing her lives, she's asleep. People can watch her sleep. Who the fuck lets somebody watch them sleep? That's not normal. That's fucking creepy. And the fact that she's in her 20s and chats up guys that are 40 plus and 50 plus. And likes to call people mummy and daddy that she doesn't even know. That's so immature. That's a child seeking attention. It's just creepy. Like, it's just, oh my God. I would never call anyone mummy and daddy. That's just, well, it's one thing to call your friends bro and sis, but not mummy and daddy. That's just fucked up. Even like when it's in the bedroom, when you're with a chick and she's like calls you daddy, and it's like, fucking hell, like, what the fuck? You've got some serious issues there. But like I said, at the end of the day, you can't break what's already been broken. No one can break me. I won't let anyone break me. Not any druggie, not any bad human being on this earth. I know some people, my enemies, watch these vids and they try to extract as much as they can hold against me. You can't. I'm very clever what I say in my vids. And before I post any vids, I go and check back and see if I've named anybody, because I can always edit these vids. So I'm not dumb. So you're not going to pull me up on anything. So good luck with that. And I know who some of you are that watch all my vids. You're hoping that I trip up. If you're that obsessed with me, then you're sick. If you are stalking me just to watch my vids and see what I say, you're fucked. If you look me up on any social medias like Facebook or Bigo because you want to see what I'm doing, you're fucked. That's creepy. If you're trying to get me out of your life and you're looking at me at all these platforms, you're obsessed with me. It's clearly, and maybe there's something in you that wants still to be with me. I don't fucking know. Like if say my first love decided to do a YouTube show, I might once in a while, click in and be like, oh, I wonder what she's doing. But apart from that, I don't care. Like I said, people bring up my exes all the time, and I say it's the past. Move on. I had one stupid bitch like, oh, do you know what's her name doing this? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. It's none of my fucking business. I don't care. And then she's like, well, why don't you talk about it? I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. It's the past. I mean, geez, you want me to keep bringing up my past for what? so you can get a shits and giggles and maybe turn on me and use it against me? Fuck off. It's like fucking... I love when people want me to talk about stuff that I don't want to talk about. But then they turn it around and say I'm toxic. Fuck off. I ain't toxic. You're the toxic one. If I don't want to talk about what's happening in my personal life, it's none of your fucking business. And if you call me toxic because I won't talk about it, then what the fuck's wrong with you? See, I'm not in a relationship where it's fake. I'm not in a relationship where my boyfriend is obsessed with my Facebook and wants to know who I'm talking to. I mean, if you're in a relationship, it shouldn't matter who you're talking to on Facebook. Your partner, should not be going through your messages and checking them. No, your partner should not be going through your phone. The fact that one of my ex-friends, if you send her a message on Facebook, her partner sees it first. Excuse me? What the fuck? That's fucked. That clearly shows no trust. That clearly shows he's possessive. And you're calling me toxic, and that's what your partner does. And then you consistently video me every day when you weren't with your partner. But I'm the bad guy. You're not in a relationship with me, but you video me every day. So I'm the bad guy. And then when I am dating people, you video me in the middle of conversations with my dates. You know I'm with someone, I'm with a girl, and you consistently ring me and video me. I had a girl right here next to me. I get this video call from my friend. What are you guys up to? Are you fucking serious? The girl looked at me and went, what the fuck? And it's just fucked. But I'm the toxic one. I found that very interesting. I was like, if I want to keep something private, I'm going to keep something fucking private. Why is it your business what the fuck I do? You're the one that, if someone messages you on Facebook, your partner sees it first? Where's your fucking privacy? He's insecure. He doesn't trust you. And to be honest, if I was your partner, I probably wouldn't trust you either. I have conversations saved. I have photos saved. I can just throw it back his way anytime I want. And I'm sure that they wouldn't be having a very good conversation afterwards. Especially when my female friends have been saying lately that girl's trouble. She's always been trouble. They said every time that you've gotten into a relationship or dated someone, that girl always adds that person, and weeks later you're not friends with that person. Isn't that strange? Every single time. A pattern, don't you think? Because she makes me like to be a bad guy. And I've seen people that can read her Facebook posts. This was supposed to be a friend. I'm looking at the friend right now in the photo. Was supposed to be a good friend. And all she wants to do is rubbish me, call me every name in the book. That's toxic. You have a problem with someone, sort it out with a person. Don't publish it on Facebook. I can guarantee if you look up that girl's Facebook right now, my ex-friend, will be all bad stuff about me. Probably there's photos up of me, rubbishing me and shit. Wouldn't surprise me. That's a vindictive person. That is an evil person. That's a person that's toxic. I don't do the same about her. If I hate someone, I sort it out with the person. If I get catfished, yeah, then I'll say something. Of course, if I can say something if I get catfished. If I get played, sure, I'll say something. But when I'm not on your Facebook, and you know that I'm not as bad as what you make out to be, that's fine. This person was supposed to be my friend of 2 years. Apparently had my back. Apparently loved me as a friend. Looked at me like a bro figure. But she was sabotaging my relationships and the people I dated and my friends. If I went and saw how many mutual friends we've got, there'd be heaps. And you know what's funny? Those mutual friends that me and her have, they're all my friends. They're all my friends first. Isn't that interesting? All mine. I find that interesting. That's fucked. But she wants to call me toxic. Anyways, my gut is absolutely destroying me right now. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with my gut. It's like I'm shortness of breath. I might have to take some like painkillers. I woke up the other day with a bad stomach ache, emptied myself out, and I still like, yeah, this stomach is just like, it's like I've been kicked in the stomach from the inside. So, but I'm glad I got to make this vid. It was a bit edgy. It was a bit rude. Not as rude as the one that's coming. At the end of this video, I'll leave a link to people hiding behind masks. I'll have a video of Kid Rocker, so you get a preview of what's to come. I give you like a singing one and a dancing one, just so you get a wide variety of what's to come. It's funny, one of my Facebook reels got 1,000 views the other day. That's more than what I get on YouTube, so I was like, fucking hell. But to anyone that's just getting to know me, I am who I am. I'm Andre. I don't really give a fuck at the end of the day. I don't sugarcoat things. I live a good life. I can't complain about that. But at the end of the day, the missing piece of the puzzle was obviously decent friends and a decent partner. And that will come in time. If it doesn't, I don't really care. But I know that if I continue this goal in life, I'll be the most successful person in my family. And who knows, or maybe I could be the most successful person in Adelaide. Sky's the limit. Anything's possible in life. I started with just enough money in life to be able to, at 19 years old, to buy my partner chips. That was the most I could afford, was buying my partner fish and chips. And I didn't drive. I didn't work. And I think I got like 170 a fortnight from Centrelink back then when I was 19. And anything I got, I spent it on my partner. When I was 19, I spent it all on my partner. Got her jewelry, took her out to dinner, even though I had to get my parents a driver. That was so embarrassing back then. But I did my best in that relationship to make her feel good. And in the one of 6 years was even better. I got myself a license, a job. It was a relationship where we would shout each other movies, shout each other dinner. She'd buy me presents, I'd buy her presents. Just because we loved each other, and she would help with the housework here, I would help with the housework there. It was a fucking great relationship. It was a... oh, fuck. I swallowed the wrong way. Oh, chest pains. It was wonderful. And I'm trying not to tear up, but fucking perfect. I couldn't have asked for a better partner. And when I fucked that up, I fucked it up. But I have to live every day knowing that I fucked it up. But if she saw me today, because I remember what she said to me, the last thing she did say, she goes, for us to ever be together, you have to get your head straight. You have to continue to get help, seek professional help, get your anger fixed, and take medication. And I kept my promise. And I think if she saw me today, my fiance of 6 years, if she saw me today, she'd be proud of me. She would have liked the man who I've become. But it's all too late. Sadly, it's all too late. But I wish her all the best. I mean, if you do watch Confessions of a Broken Heart, there was some things I said that weren't very appropriate, but I was hurt at the time. But now that I can reflect on things and look at the photos of us, she was perfect. She had her problems, but she was perfect. Perfect partner for anybody. Very loving, very caring, very affectionate. She was a bigger girl, but she had a big heart. And I truly believed if, her family didn't interfere and she had her own life and she was independent, we'd still be together. We wouldn't have had the problems we've had. I should maybe seek professional help during our relationship But I don't think even that would have changed the fact that I didn't feel welcome in the family. I didn't feel welcome. It's like no matter what I did, I could cure cancer and fucking save the world, and that still wouldn't be good enough for the family. And that's the truth. That's the honest truth. Why I went destructive, because I had a great partner that loved me, yes, but I didn't have the family support. It didn't matter how nice I was or do the nice things for the girl that I loved. It just wasn't good enough. I felt hurt. Stand by your man. But when the man feels like you're not standing by him and giving him that support and taking that bullet, my family didn't mind her. My family accepted her. My dad even called her like a daughter-in-law. But I never got that same treatment back from them. I wasn't perfect, no, but I didn't deserve to be treated the way I got treated. But if she saw me today and saw the man that I've become now, I know she'd be happy. I did exactly what she said. Even though it's too late, she set me up to be this man that I can be for the next person. And I thank her from the bottom of my heart. I don't know if she will watch this vid, no clue. But I do owe her everything. The reason why I'm successful and the way I am now is because of her. She came into my life where I needed someone the most and stuck around as long as she could. And she is my hero. She's my hero. She's the best person on this planet. And that's the honest truth. See, even I can say something nice about one of my exes. Like I said, this ring here, she bought it for me. And you may think, well, it doesn't look expensive. It's not the point. It's the fact that she gave me a chance when no one else did. She didn't care that I had money. She didn't care that I didn't have a license or anything back then. She just wanted to be with me. And that's the main thing. That's the main thing. She gave me the chance. Like I said, she wasn't even my type of girl. But I fell in love with her. And there'll always be a piece of my heart that she'll have. And I'll always have a piece of her heart. And I'm proud to say I'm this new man because of her. People may get angry and jealous, be like, oh, but I'm your friend and all this stuff. Yes, you're my friend, but what she did for me, she set me on a path that's made me successful. She set me on a path of me being stronger. And like I said, I've only loved two people in my whole life. Her and my first love of, that's 19 was my first love, and she was my second love. That's it. It's the only two people I've ever loved in my life. The only two people that I highly respect. And to me, like I said, the one of 6 years is my hero. I know that there'll be never peace between me and her. She's got her own life now, and I wish her all the best with her and her fiance. I do, honestly I do. And that's good. She's happy, that's the main thing. Because if you love someone and you really love them and you want to see them happy, if it's not with you, it's okay. It's okay. Because I don't blame her. If I was the guy I was back then, I would have dumped my ass a lot longer. I would have dumped my ass ages ago. I wasn't a nice person. I was unfaithful. I was not good. But I'm different now. And I'm so proud to be this new person. I remember one comment she said was, why do your videos go for so long on YouTube and stuff? It's like, because it gives me a chance to vent. It helps with my anxiety. It helps with my depression. And it helps other people realize the mistakes in their life and what they can learn. Because there are people just like me that want to let it all out, but they let it stay inside. And it makes them sick. You know, the one thing that we can never change is when someone damages our brain, to heal it could take forever. But the more you stay with someone that's damaging your brain and don't give you the freedom, you'll end up never being able to love or trust anyone again. If you have a chance to get out, while you can, get out. Because maybe one day your girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or whatever, what if they snap? What if you end up dead or badly hurt? You had a chance to walk away before that. There's red flags and there's signals all the time. Walk out. But try to do it peacefully. End it on a proper note. Not cheating, not fighting. End it with a proper note. Saying, look, it's not working out. We can break up. You go your way, I go my way. We can be friends. Maybe somewhere down the track we can get back together. But at the moment, you're not giving me my freedom. You're not giving me the respect I deserve. So you're going to have to give me some time. And if they love you, they'll come back. If they don't, time to move on. But in that time that you're not together, you can date other people. You can go hook up with anyone you want. And if they have a problem with it, well then they don't obviously love you. Just want to say that because I think a lot of people are in that situation. Especially if you've got kids with the person. But if you're in one of those relationships where you don't get the freedom to talk to your girlfriends or your boyfriends because your partner gets angry or jealous or takes it out on you, that's a pretty strong hint that that's not trust. I mean, fuck. I make it clear to anyone that dates me, I'm a hugger. I'll hug my female friends, but I'll hug my male friends too. You know, it's just the way I am. But I think that, you know, you can't just stay in a relationship because that person's overpowering you. You gotta walk away. This isn't jail. You should have the freedom to do what you want. Freedom is one thing that we need in life. And if you don't have that freedom, then there's something wrong with you. And like I said, it is hard to walk away sometimes. You're scared. But if there's some guy there or girl that will treat you better, and you know that person will treat you better, go to them. While you're having a break from your partner, go to that person. Get to know them. Hook up with them. And if you start a connection and you get the friend thing and go, hang on, I really like spending time with you. I think you're a good looking person. I think me and you adapt. Do you want to give it a go? Why not? And maybe that'll work better than your other relationship that you've just gotten out of or having a break from. Having a break's a good thing because it makes both parties realize how much they miss each other, even if they love each other. I mean, I look at it as if you have a break and you start fucking other people and hooking up with other people, then it's just like, well, I guess that didn't mean anything. I guess it just, you know, it was just an excuse for you to get out. But sometimes, you know, you got to look at your partner like this and go, no, there's no love there. There's no freedom to do what I want. We've all been there. Anyways, thank you for watching. Like I said, in the four corners of your screen, you'll see a Kid Rocker vid, you'll see a singing vid, you'll see a dancing vid. You'll see how we live in masks. Check them out. Check some other vids out. There's a vid on here where I strip naked and do the full Monty. Check that one out if you want. If you want to message me, you know how to get a hold of me. But yeah, just like if you're in a relationship and you know that that person doesn't trust you, walk away. And I'll leave it at that. Goodbye and good night. Like and subscribe.